Up next, I'm going to tell you my 5 favorite fragrance houses, perfume houses. Right now, this list has been updated from the last time I did something like this was over a year ago. So some new houses have made it into the top 5 and some have remained. Find out what they are coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose, and here I am in my, of course, home studio slash home office slash perfume room. Perfume room, I like that. All right, so video I haven't done in a while is talk about what are my 5 favorite fragrance houses, and this is really almost impossible list because I have way more than 5, but you know, for purposes of videos like this, it's fun to try to really think about it and narrow it down. Okay, what are my 5 favorites? So without further ado, and I'll do it in descending order all the way down to 1, and I have it here. Coming in at number 5 is the Italian niche house, of course, Mosque Milano. They've always been in my top 10. This is one that has remained there. I'm showing you Mandala right now. The fragrance doesn't really matter as much as I'm just talking more about the houses. Of course, this is one of the best green fragrances of all time. Just truly a magical fragrance. But you know, the house is so diverse. They give you so many good options. You know, just more sexy, darker fragrances to these lighter green fragrances to ones that are developed for, you know, in these collections that they have, which I really like that because there's some continuity among their collections. If you really like a specific fragrance, you can find other ones in that collection that you're going to like. So Mosque Milano, still just hitting it out of the park. I think fragrance after fragrance. They just released some new ones. Actually, I'm waiting on some samples that actually I'm going to be getting. Haven't received them yet because of some mail mix-up. But anyways, number 5, great house, was in my top 5 before and one of my favorites. All right, coming in number 4. They've always been in my top 10. I don't know if they were in my top 5 before, but I'm going to put Etat Libre d'Orange, and this is Exit the King, as you can see there. The reason why I like Etat is I think they're very reasonably priced. I am a little bit sad that they no longer make these 30 ml bottles available, and I probably have more Etat Libre d'Orange fragrances than other niche fragrances. They're probably my number 1 because they gave you that great option, and I'm hoping one day they'll go back soon to giving you that 30 ml option because it allows you to try different fragrances for a much cheaper price, 50, 60 bucks on average. But still, they're still well priced even at the 100 milliliter level, under $200 for a good niche fragrance. And again, what I like about Etat is they push the boundaries. They are truly a niche house, from whether it's Tom of Finland to Divine Enfant, which is like a marshmallow fragrance. They, you know, to Exit the King, which I call a kind of a soapy metallic rose fragrance, and I love rose. I've been really digging rose fragrances lately, wearing a lot more of them. Etat just really pushes the boundaries. They have, of course, I Am Trash. They have just so many unique ones out there that some of them really push the boundaries. But that's what I like, you know, because when you push the boundaries of anything in your life, it expands your mind and it gets you to try new things and opens your just flavors to different things that you can now start going down a journey where you really like new things because you've really expanded yourself. All right, coming in number 3, and I'm going to go with This Is New because this is Fragrance Dubois is new to my collection in the last year. So it's now in the top 5. And that would be, of course, I just said it, Fragrance Dubois. I have New York Intense here. This one to me is just like a woody, sexy, a little bit of a dirty New York masterpiece. Truly a home run fragrance, but they do so many great ones. They do oud so well. They do rose so well. They have a whole oud and like city series whether it be London Oud, you know, again, they are what I think maybe of the ones I have here. I think that this house is truly sourcing some of the best materials around the world from my research and understanding them. They have their own oud farms, by the way, so they actually, rather than having to go out and purchase their own oud, actually grow it, and they resell a lot of their high quality oud to other top niche houses. So Fragrance Dubois, they're always coming out with new stuff. They do collaborations, whether it be with Demi or, you know, they actually just did one with, oh boy, what's his name? The watch guy, the crazy watch guy, I forget his name, but they're, so I like that. Again, they take chances. They do things a little bit differently. And, you know, that's not always, you know, going to be seen or liked by everyone. But again, if you've, one thing you've noticed in all these houses that I've talked about here, they're a little bit different. They're not typically mainstream. Now let's go to my number 2 choice. Number 2 on my list right now of favorite fragrant houses, and this is again another new entry, and this is, if you can see it, Nobile 1942. I have Nobile Fougère right now, I'm sorry, Fougère Nobile right now. One of my most versatile and most heavily used fragrances right now. I use this all the time, and really to see that much of it is gone already when I just got it a few months ago, and I have so many fragrances, obviously I have to rotate a lot. So the fact that I'm using that one so much already is a sign that I love this house. And they, again, this is 75 milliliters. They have different collections and different series. This particular collection is like $135. So to get such a high quality niche fragrance, again, blended so well with just really great notes. This is, again, one of my favorite fougères of all time, if you like a fougère fragrance. But just, again, pumping out new ones. They just came out with a new one called Nobile 26, which is, I can tell you it's going to be a home run. I talked about it the other day in one of my other videos. I've already talked to a couple of people who bought it upon first smell. Okay, Kyle, you'll know who I'm talking about there. But this is a house that just keeps infusing itself with both a mix of old classic, but yet new lifeblood. Italian niche house. You'll see right now on this list, I have 2 French so far of my 4 that I've listed, 2 French and 2 Italian niche houses. So really love both those countries. And that leads me to my number 1 choice, and this is definitely new on the list. And of course, this is Therapia by Aroma. Right here, I have the Vetiver DAT, which is, of course, Haitian vetiver. This is probably my favorite vetiver fragrance, and I love vetiver. For those of you who love and appreciate that kind of just grassy, almost woody, hay-like note that is used so prominently, but this just kind of does it in a very fresh, almost sweet way. Love it, love it. Oh, it's so fresh and it's just so invigorating. And Therapia by Aroma, what do I have to say? Irene, the owner of the house, the perfumer of the house, trained in Grasse, France, from Paris, lives here in Miami now for the last 10 years, and has her own special fragrances. And she creates magical elixirs. Everything she does, it's very spiritual. It's almost like alchemy. She takes such pride in her work, and she takes such pride in the materials that she sources and how she puts them together and how she rejects certain things that she doesn't like. She's always testing, tweaking, improving. And, you know, I've talked about it before. She's actually been helping me and training me in the art of perfumery, and it's just taken my game to a whole nother level, because I had been learning on my own for a year prior, and since I started learning from her, I've now mixed about, in the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, I've mixed about 20 new fragrances, and eventually I will release one. For those of you wondering, I will, but I want it to be perfect. I don't want to put out crap. I want it to be perfect. So eventually it's going to be some type of limited release that I make myself, because she does everything herself. I really appreciate that. It's real artisan perfumery. That's true indie perfumery. It's artisanal, it's handmade, batch by batch, bottle by bottle. And again, it's never going to be a big, even niche house where you have production and this is just small batch, small house, and the pride is unbelievable in the work. So there's so many fragrances, and now this is by far my #1 most owned house because of the price. I mean, 100 ml bottles. For those of you who don't know, you go to their website, and I'll link the website in the information below. But is $25, and the 30 ml bottles, which are this size, are $15. So you got right there, you got $25 and you got $15. Just, it can't be beat. I mean, you got nothing to lose. Spend more on a couple coffees at Starbucks. So, all right, so there you have it, my top 5 fragrance houses right now. There's actually, I think, 3 new entries, or possibly 4 new entries, and there's a lot of other great ones. Look, I mean, you know what I like, a lot of you who follow my channel. So this is just kind of a fun list. It's not, meant to be some exact science. It's a fun list to tell you what I really am digging right now, what I love. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for all your support. Of course, I'll be back soon with another video. Peace, love, and perfumes.